Hello, beautiful people. I'm Lauren.
No, you're not, but good try. I'm Lauren, that's James.
And we are Noms for the Soul. Are you eating?
Yeah? These gummy bears are really good. You want some?
You can't just eat on the show.
Sure I can. I'm doing it right now. What's this one about anyway?
Gummy bears.
Perfect! Well, we have to familiarize ourselves with what we're talking about. I'm doing research. Anyhow, can I just say, I love food. Chocolate, candies, pastries, fruits and vegetables, delicious home-cooked meals, you name it. Well, I mean, most of them. 'Cause, come on, we all got that one food that we will not, under any circumstance, force ourselves to consume.
Luckily for you, we live in a country...
Go Canada!
...where we can choose what types of foods we want to eat. And like you're doing right now, indulge in guilty pleasures. Cakes, cookies, ice cream, and of course, gummies. Gummy bears, gummy worms, fruit chews, peach rings.
Fuzzy peaches! Why didn't we get fuzzy peaches? We should have got fuzzy peaches. Oh, and those sour key-shaped teeth destroyers. Yum.
These gelatin-based chewy candies have burrowed themselves into the hearts and teeth of millions around the world. They didn't just magically appear out of nowhere, though that would be pretty sweet. Gummies too have their own little history, notably with the invention of one little bear.
Our story takes us back to 1920. No, not New York. Gatsby, go away. 1920 Germany, about an hour away from Belgium, named Bonn. Bonbon, how appropriate. Here, in Little Bonn, lived a poor confectionery worker named Hans Regel.
Is this some twisted version of Hansel and Gretel?
Shush, I'm telling a story. And no. Anyway, one day, Regel decided it was high time to strike out on his own. With all but a bag of sugar, a marble slab, a kettle, an oven, and a rolling pin, I mean obviously all the necessary tools for success, Hans Regel made hard candies in his kitchen, and his wife would then deliver them from the bike basket. The new company was dubbed Haribo, for Hans Regel of Bonn. Clever, right?
Indeed it was. Naming companies today will charge you a fortune for such a good name. The Regels continued to make traditional hard candies for about 2 years and enjoyed average profits. But the Regels knew they would need a gimmick to stay competitive.
So they all sat down and decided to come up with a really catchy jingle, as all good companies do.
Do you have any idea how much time goes into creating a good jingle? Short answer, a lot. Long answer, for another episode. No, it was much simpler than that. At this time, 2 things were gaining popularity among the children in Germany. One was the gelatin-based chewy candy, and the other was the bear.
As in the animal.
Yep, the animal, the one that goes raw and loves honey. Anyway, putting 2 and 2 together, the Regels created a soft, fruit-flavored chew in the shape of a dancing bear and called it simply Tanzbar, German for dancing bear. Thankfully for the Regels, 2 positives did not make a negative, and the dancing bears became an instant hit in Bonn.
By World War II, Haribo employed more than 400, and things were looking great. And then it kind of got a little rough. Hans Regel died, his 2 sons became prisoners of war, and the company whittled down to a measly 30 employees, so things kinda sucked for a while. Soon, the war ended, yay, and when the 2 sons returned, they grew the wilted remains of Haribo into the gleaming giant that employed more than 1,000 by 1950. And for some mysterious reason, the sons decided to rename dancing bears to gold bears, and the company expanded around the world, and they all lived happily ever after. The end.
And now we get to enjoy this chewy piece of heaven. But being that gummies are food, we have to talk about how gummies are made, which for the most part is really simple.
Huge disclaimer though, when we say really simple, it does not mean, please try this at home because some people on the internet told you how to. We are most definitely not industry experts.
The first step is compounding. Ingredients, which according to Black Forest, is a mix primarily of cornstarch, corn syrup, gelatin, sugar, food coloring, and various flavorings, are poured into huge containers, mixed, heated, and cooled to exacting standards.
Pretty much, it's just a little bit more sophisticated than the method our good friend Hans Regel was using way back in the 20s. This liquid mixture is then poured into a machine known as a mogul. Shh. No, not that type of mogul. Better.
A mogul compacts cornstarch into molds to hold the shape of the gummies. Cornstarch is used in place of metal or plastic because it prevents sticking and absorbs excess moisture, giving gummies that perfect texture.
After the gummies have cooled, they enter another machine called a buck. Nope.
Ka-ching.
James.
Grrr.
There we go. The buck vibrates the gummies from the molds, brushes off the extra starch, and moves the now finished gummies for final decoration and packaging, where they will arrive in your supermarket or candy store or wherever it is that you get your candy from.
From there, it's a straight shot to your mouth. Well, almost.
Right, you do need someone to go and get them for you, I suppose. James?
Alright, pass the gummies.
Oh.
You did not eat that entire bag.
Whoops.